All right, welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. It's October 6th, 2017. Hopefully, you guys by now have had a chance to go over to the main channel, Currency 365, and watch the video that was uploaded today and all the videos that have been uploaded on both channels. As I said, this year was the year that I was going to be challenging the main channel with this channel, and that's what we've been doing. And the channel's growing. We're on pace to we could probably see 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's pretty good. Okay, maybe even more. But so we're uploading videos daily on here, and we're matching the main channel, and most days, and yes, it's a good feeling. Because and the good thing about for me is that I get to bring others on. You know what I mean? Crypto Gamer, News BTC, Mike and JP and everybody and all the other people that I bring onto my channels, and they get to be a blessing into you guys' lives as well, including mine, right? So it's not just me talking one perspective, but it's a lot of different other people's perspective, and together we all bring in a wealth transfer of knowledge and information and also execution, right? So yeah, so that's really good. So I think that's awesome. Um, Anyways, let's get started. As you guys, the reason why I did that is you guys know me by now. A lot of things I do is coded. Okay, so I did that on purpose so you guys could read what was saying on the top there. So, um, so since you guys have already read it, let's just talk about it. It says it's the calm before the storm. Trump offers cryptic message during White House photo op. Okay, there is a video here, and he doesn't say that. He doesn't say it in the video, but Christine Welker says it here. She says, in a dinner with military officials, the POTUS says, this is the calm before the storm. When I asked, what storm? He replied, you'll find out. So there you go. So there's some type of economic storm coming, economic protesting. Maybe some type of protesting that's going to be fueled and rage by white nationalists, Black Lives Matter, or whatever the case may be. They might fuel that up and that rage up. It could be anything. It could be massive. Maybe three more massive hurricanes coming. We know Nate is a tropical storm and right now, but it will turn into a hurricane. And right now, it's shifting east. And if it does it, that's the worst case scenario because what's going to happen is it's going to shoot the gap, and it could possibly go into a category 3 to a category 4 or 5 by shooting the gap. At first they all said, yeah, it looks like it's going to hit Cancun, and the eye is going to go over Cancun, and it's going to slow it down rapidly, and it might just hit land as a tropical storm and bring a lot of rain, or category 1 and bring a lot of rain. And we kept saying it looks like this is before anybody even said it was going to start turning, and we kept saying it's going to, and most likely it's probably going to go east and dangle with that depression that's over there by Florida, because low depressions attract low depressions. So there's a low depression over there by Florida. It's going to track Nate that way, okay? And that's exactly what it's doing now. And they might dance a little bit in the Gulf together, and then Nate's going to come on shore in one of those lands. I don't know if it's Louisiana, Texas, or Mobile, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Panhandle. We don't know yet, okay? Everybody just keep watching. Now, Donald Trump says it's the calm before the storm. Okay, so I'm pretty sure my decoding team is going to be all over this. And look, and here's the thing. Look when it was published. Now, this is USA Today. He didn't give the speech at this time, I don't believe. But look at the time that they published this. 9/23. 9/23. Wasn't that the code of Donald Trump that I posted on Facebook? I never post coded material stuff and decoding material stuff, but I did that one day just to show you guys what we do. And everybody said, "What is this? This is so confusing. I don't know what this is. This is unbelievable, right?" So That's elite decoding. That's that's the top notch decoding. Yeah, it's going to be nearly impossible to understand, right? But that was 923. Donald Trump coded 923 winner, right? He won 923. He won the event, right? He didn't get assassinated that day because that's the day that they were targeting him for assassination. He won the event that day. But remember what happened. Because he won the event that day, that meant that he could stay alive, but others had to pay. Somebody, because here's the thing: when if the elites lose, somebody has to pay, and that's the thing that I didn't say it, but that's the thing that that I thought you guys will understand, is that if Donald Trump is the winner, somebody has to pay, and it's usually the citizens. Okay, so what happened later? 7 days, basically 7 days later, or 8 days later, we have the Las Vegas massive shooting. Now, of course, some people are saying it was real, but it was also a false flag at the same time. People did die, people did get injured, but it was also a false flag. The government was behind it, others was behind it, a lot of people were behind this. It doesn't make sense. They weren't shooting from the 32nd floor, they were shooting from the 4th floor. They were shooting on the ground, multiple shooters. People were saying there was multiple shooters, and CNN, the one lady said there was multiple shooters, and CNN cut her off immediately. So all that's going on. That's fine, but somebody had to pay, and that because Donald Trump won 923. Isn't that crazy? So now Donald Trump is saying there is the calm before the storm. So this has to be decoded, and so I'm gonna make sure we get on this immediately to find out what is he talking about. Now, if you think you know what he's talking about, matter of fact, comment underneath this video and on Facebook, what do you think he's talking about? The person who gets it right. We'll come back to this because, I don't know if he's talking about an event. I don't know if he's talking about a hurricane event or economic event, the crashing of the markets or whatever, or maybe some good stuff. I don't know. But he's saying here, the calm before the storm. And then usually a storm is not a good thing, right? So if you know what he's saying, let me, comment below, you know what I mean? And if we see something major happening, you predicted it, then that would be awesome, right? And maybe whoever predicted gets $100 or something like that, right? So I think that would be a good competition. So comment below in the video, and on Facebook, and let us know what you think the calm before the storm means for Donald Trump. Okay. And if we get that event, that stormy event, and you were the one that predicted it correctly, then maybe I'll throw you $100 or something. Okay, so let's move on, and we're gonna move faster now because I wanted to go through that and make sure everybody knew that was coming, and also we wanted to update on the Hurricane Nate. It was still a tropical storm, but it's about to be a hurricane soon. Okay, so the coffin, now this was controversial, and I did talk about this on the main channel. The coffin of Taliban was wrapped in the Kurdistan flag, not the Iraqi flag. And so the media was outraged. The media was outraged. The Iraqi citizens were outraged because he was the Iraq president. And so, but of course he lived, he's a Kurd, right? So he wanted to go out. I guess he wanted to go out as a Kurd. You know what I mean? And he was a Kurd, so you know what I mean. So yeah, it was kind of controversial. It's like they looked at the Iraqi flag and said, yeah, that look kind of ugly. Let's go with the Kurdistan flag, right? And of course, it has the sun worship here, as you guys know. There's so many people around the world that worship the sun, worship the moon, the crescent moon, the moon god, all this stuff. So that's what they do in these areas and around the world. I mean, they worship statues and the moon and the sun. So when you see this, I know some people are wondering, why is the sun on the flag? It's because they worship the sun god. Okay, so not everybody, because some of them are Christians, some of them are Yazidis, which are, Christian Arabs and stuff like that. So some of them are Muslims, some of them are, but some of them worship the sun. You know what I mean? The Catholic Church also worships the sun, don't they? Sun worship, right? So yeah, that's what it is. A lot of people around the world worship the sun and the moon. So I don't know why, but they do. It is what it is. Berzani. I know some people are laughing. Berzani gives a vision to overcome the crisis, and there is no vision. There's just we're gonna overcome it and just gonna continue like nothing happened. Okay, so that's basically what Berzani's going to do. He's just going to pretend like nothing happened, and they're just going to continue forward because he's already rich. He doesn't really care. Um, the U.S. says the Pentagon. Now the Pentagon, I did do the video I did earlier today said the Pentagon had stopped paying the Peshmergas, and it said the Pentagon, U.S. will continue to support the Peshmerga forces. So now their contract is over. So the contract ended July 2017. I think the last payment goes out in what was early September was the last payment. So they don't. I don't know. There is no dialogue for extension of this contract. So yeah, it's I don't know what America's saying because there is no contract for this extension for pay, but they did say that they will support the Peshmergas in military and security sectors, such as training and weapons. Okay, so they're no longer going to be paying the Kurds, as we got that right, but they will be doing military exercises, helping them out military-wise in security sectors. Okay. Um, Now, Pentagon talks again, and they say that Baghdadi is alive. Now, it said Baghdad, but they mean Baghdadi. Baghdadi is alive, is what the Pentagon said. Now, here's what they're saying. They're saying because of the audio recording, that's evidence that he's still alive. I just shook my head and said, we can't be this stupid. We can't be this stupid. And then to put this out to the world is laughable because everybody that knows coding or decoding knows this is laughable. You can't take a recording and say that somebody is still alive. We're in 2017 where technology is so precise that we can have doubles, we can have clones, we can have all types of people who speak just alike. You know what I mean? Like it could be his brother, it could be his family member. You know what I mean? Like his third cousin, or whatever it is. Like people can freaking. And it didn't even sound like Baghdadi when I listened to it, and I even told some people that too, and they some of them agreed, some of them didn't. I don't know, but the fact that you're gonna go off of a recording to say that somebody is alive, I mean that's just stupidity. I mean, when did the Pentagon ever do something stupid like this? Well, under Obama we did a lot of stupid things. Under Bush we did even more stupid things. So I guess we've done a lot of stupid things in the military before. So I guess this is just one of them. Because a voice in 2017, anybody can create a Baghdadi voice. Anybody with technology. So that to say that he's alive because you heard his voice is unbelievable. And that's coming out of the Pentagon. Okay, the U.S. House of Representatives announced the approval of the budget of 2018 worth $4.1 trillion. Okay, so remember the budget usually comes out in October and then it's opened and then it starts the funding. Okay, so Iraq should do the same thing, but they don't. Okay, Iraq will have their budget ready for January 1. And hopefully they open it, okay? And China is in lockdown ahead of its most important meeting in years. Now, for all you guys, let me shut this off. For all you guys that are wondering why won't this shut off, I don't know. Anyways, for all you guys that are wondering about the IC China, the ICO bans, the crypto mining in China and all the other stuff in China, I just answered your question right here. You see why they did what they did. It was planned because they have this coming. Okay, so it says China Golden Week holiday ends on October 8th, and then it also has the Communist Party Congress to start October 18th. Okay, and then they also have they got a bunch of big meetings coming up. They got a government change coming up, so they halted everything in the country. So it wasn't just, and see, that's the problem with sources and all these rumor people. They don't give you the complete story. They want to drive a point for one thing, and the person that was a source didn't say that they were shutting down everything because it's a new government coming in, a new team regime coming in. They got some things that are coming in, holidays and stuff, so they're shutting down a lot of things. They didn't say that. They said China's banning ICOs and might buying exchanges and mining. And the reason why they did that is because they probably put a big short position in and knew that that was gonna crash a lot of the coins, and so they did that on purpose. They didn't give you the full story. So the full story came out with Cliff High and the data sets, but it also comes out here where they have shut down a lot of things until October 18th, and then they're also going to begin Congress back up on the 18th. A lot of the holiday ends on the 8th, and then October 18th, Congress starts up again. But everything has been was shut down, right? And so they're gonna start back up again. And like I said before, nothing is banned. The ICOs in China aren't banned. They're just gonna be re-regulated more strictly, and they're gonna be flowing like never before in next year, early next year. And then also, China's mining is not banned at all, and they won't be banned, and exchanges are going to continue going on. And so now a lot of people understand that now, and it's sad because I was like saying that right before even the data sets came out. I was telling you guys this. We've seen this before. You know, we saw the story before. Okay, but this one was for the government, and the holidays and the government changes that are coming for China. Okay, so for you guys that are worried about EOBOD and all the other stuff, there's nothing to worry about. China mining ain't going nowhere. Okay, so EOBOD's not gonna have to go anywhere, and then the ICOs aren't going away, are not gonna be banned either. So this is why NEO is going up, and also ADEX is gonna follow it, right? And that's why the cryptos are gonna boom. And I'm waiting on China to just make that announcement, right? Because if they make that announcement, Miso Go might double overnight. It's been falling because of that China uncertainty and also the airdrops that came in. I know the airdrops are over now, according to crypto. You said they're over, so I expect the Miso Go prices to go back over $10. Okay, so let's finish it off here. Bitcoin is at 43.74. Ethereum is back over 300. Ripple continues up. Bitcoin Cash bouncing a little bit today. Litecoin up a little bit. Dash up a little bit. NEM down. NEO up 4%. IOTA down 5%. Monero up a little bit. ETC up a little bit. BitConnect up a little bit. And Miso Go down. Like, when are you gonna come back up at Miso Go? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. With a Miso Go. The only thing I can think about is China, and because that was probably fueling a Miso Go, like China, right? So when China comes back to normal on the 18th, I think a Miso Go will be cracking again. And also the airdrops, people getting those free coins and not knowing if they want to sell or buy, and half of them selling it off and others buying. So that probably hurt it as well. I'm pretty sure it did. Qtum at 11.72. Zcash. I thought Zcash was going to come down to about 190 again. I would have called another buy signal around 190, 170, but it didn't come down there. Let's see here. They're still working out there, as you guys hear the noise. Stellar Lumen 42. EOS at 60. Salt at 3. Oh, there goes Salt at 398. So finally I see Salt at 390. It looks like it's still going down. It looks like it's still going to go down. So we'll see how low Salt goes. Because if I can get Salt at 350 or $3, that would be awesome. Digibyte up a little bit here at 6%. I think Mike and JP called a buy signal on Digibyte today for the email blasters people, so they're in. So it looks like they're gonna be able to get a nice percentage and then roll out. Because it was oversold because so many people dumped it, so it was oversold. It was time to at least go back up a little bit. So maybe Digibyte might be up 10-15% for people. ADEX up 2%. Vertcoin up 19%. I called the buy signal on Vertcoin yesterday because somebody said, somebody hit me up on Twitter and said, can you do a review on, or can you message, or can you talk about Vertcoin in your crypto charts? And I was like, and I said, you know what, I'm not doing the crypto charts, tomorrow, which is now Friday, right? I don't plan on doing one, unless Mike and JP don't do one. I would have to step in, but I don't plan on doing them. So I just went over there and looked at the chart for him. I said, yeah, it's a buy signal. So it's up 19%. So cool. And he was happy about this. So, so good. I'm glad that, I can, I have the gift to just look at a chart and say it's a buy or sell. And usually 90%, I'm not gonna say 90%, but let's just say half of the time, I'm right. You know what I mean? And I think that when you have a 50% chance, that's pretty good. Because many people can look at a chart and they will be wrong 90% of the time. So when you're 50-50, that's pretty good. But I'm pretty sure I'm way more than that. But I'm just gonna keep. I'm not gonna bloat myself up like that. I'm just gonna stay 50% a chance, which is really good for stocks. In the market, if you're 50% correct all the time, you're going to make a lot of money in this market, right? So, I think that is it, guys and girls. I think, I think that's it. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. I know it was kind of a weird video in the beginning. I did talk about some coded stuff, some decoding stuff, the calm before the storm. If you know what that means, let us know in the comment section on Facebook. Let us know what you think about that. Also, what do you think about the Talabani's farewell funeral parade not having the what do you call it, the Iraqi flag, not having the Iraqi flag on there? So let me know what you think about that. Was that disrespectful, or was that just they wanted him to be represented as the Kurd, even though he was the Iraqi president? So let me know what you think about that. Also, if you have more information on Hurricane Nate or Tropical Storm Nate, let us know as well. Put it in the comment section for everybody to make sure everybody's good to go. We like to get things out early for people before the weather channels, the local weather channels and stuff like that. So if you got some more information, more tracking stuff, you can post it below and let the 365 crew member know. Because I know there's a lot of 365 crew members living in that area: Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana. Did I miss the spot? Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. I think that's the area. Okay, and if it continues eastern, then Georgia would be in the mix too. But looks like we don't know where it's gonna go. Okay, but right now it looks like it's drifting east to shoot the gap, and then it's gonna come into the Gulf with force, because it's moving fast. It's at 14 miles per hour right now. It could speed up even faster. And can you imagine shooting the gap, coming in at about 20 to 25 miles an hour at a category 3 or 4 or 5? Lord have mercy. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're watching this storm closely, and we need to make sure that by tomorrow, you guys that are in that area know what type of storm it's going to be, and if you need to evacuate, you evacuate. Okay, we also need to pray. You guys can pray. You guys were praying against Jose. You prayed against Maria, even though that did a lot of damage, but it didn't come over it didn't do as much as it thought it was going to do, right? So, and so let's see what happens. That's all we can say. Let's see what happens, and let's see if it shoots the gap. And if it does shoot the gap, let's see if it's a category 3 or higher. Okay, if it doesn't, if somehow it pushes itself back to the west and goes over Cancun, then it's going to come in as a category, as tropical storm, or a category 1. Okay, a weak category 1, and that would make a lot of people happy, even though it's going to bring a lot of rain and flooding. But it'll make people a lot happier than shooting the gap and coming in as a category 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, so that's it. Talk to you guys later. Eyes open. Bye.